Maria, I love seeing all the primary division contestants saying their speeches, but I heard that the junior division has some awesome things to say.
Well, Helena, you're in luck, as it's now time for the junior division to begin. And we're starting with Mahesa Dayanandan, who will be talking about the Nobel Peace Prize.
Hi, my name is Mahesha Dayanandan, and today I'll be talking about the Nobel Peace Prize. We constantly hear about strong activists, groundbreaking research done by scientists, hardworking politicians, organizations that are changing the world one step at a time, and more. But did you know there's an award that recognizes the effort these individuals put into contributing to the world? You're probably wondering what this honor award is. It is a Nobel Peace Prize founded by Alfred Nobel in 1895 after his death. Alfred Nobel wrote in his will that his remaining fortunes should be invested in prizes annually to those who have made the greatest benefit on mankind. The Nobel Peace Prize is given to people who have contributed in the following categories: peace, literature, physics, chemistry, medicine, and economic science. The Nobel Peace Prize includes a distinguished medal, a diploma, and a cash award. The first person to receive the Nobel Peace Prize was Henry Dunant on December 10, 1901. He was the founder of the Red Cross, and since then, the Red Cross has been awarded the Peace Prize 3 times. Some distinguished recipients of the award are Malala Yousafzai, Martin Luther King Jr., Barack Obama, Nelson Mandela, Al Gore, Nadia Murad, and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Now I'm going to tell you a few of the various reasons as why these individuals received the Peace Prize. Malala received the award for restoring right for children and young people, specifically women, to have the right to get an education. Barack Obama was awarded the prize for his efforts to strengthen diplomacy and cooperation between people. Nelson Mandela's work in civil rights revolution in South Africa made him a recipient of the award in 1993. Nelson Mandela refused the award due to human rights violations in Turkey at that time. In 2019, James P. Allison and Tahasku Andro got awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for discovering cancer therapy. Marie Curie was a Polish scientist and was the first person to receive the Nobel Peace Prize twice, first in the category of physics and later in chemistry. The Nobel Peace Prize has been given out 99 times to Nobel laureates between 1901 and 2019, 106 individuals, and 27 organizations. The Nobel Peace Prize is given to people who make a difference in the world. The Peace Prize is truly an honor for all recipients and is an inspiration to the upcoming generations to feel motivated, empowered, and encouraged to make an impactful mark on our world. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed.
Wow, Mahesha, that was an excellent speech. I believe all the participants here should be given a prize like the Nobel Peace Prize for their epic performances so far. What did you think about the speech, Helena?
I thought it was a very interesting speech, as I have never heard anybody talk about such an interesting topic. Now I will know about the meaning behind this infamous prize, and I'm so surprised that it goes back as far as December 10th, 1901. Next up, we have Sayani Konesapille, who will be talking about the fear of imperfection.
Let's give her a round of applause, please.
It's true we're not perfect, but neither is anyone else. However, glowing their light may seem to our eyes. We are all of us, no more and no less than wonderfully ordinary, imperfect mortals. Honorable judges and most welcome guests, good evening. My name is Sayani Konesapille, and today I will talk about perfection. My sisters every morning try to make me look good because they don't want me to embarrass myself. Now, I do appreciate that, but I believe I need to be odd to be number one. We all have one common fear, and that fear is to not being perfect. Being perfect isn't about that scoreboard out there on a soccer game, or it's not about winning or losing. Perfection is the connection between you and your loved ones. Being perfect means being able to look into your friend's eyes and know you won't let them down because you can help them with the correction you got from your mistake. Everybody believes the noun is positive. Now that's totally true, but the verb can make you completely miserable. Not only is perfection taking away our perception, but it's practically robbing us. You're probably confused on what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is when you go somewhere and see that one person who's so pretty and cool and has really good stuff, that makes you want to go home and ask your parents for unnecessary items to look just like them. But that's just a waste of money. Another thing is, for some people, perfection makes them believe that makeup can help them look natural. But all it's doing is making them cover up with something so fake, you can practically call them the Barbie dolls of the new world. Another thing is, everybody has that one feeling when they walk into a room. They feel like they're being judged. I know that has happened to me, but you shouldn't worry about other people's opinions. You should worry about your opinions. In conclusion, perfection makes me broken and makes me feel what I didn't want to feel in the first place, failure. It makes me sick and tired of trying to be something I never will be or I should never try to be. So, if you all agree with me, why don't we go home, find a dictionary, and find the word perfection and scratch it out. Now, you're probably confused why I'm saying that. I'm saying that because as far as I'm concerned, there's no such thing as perfection. Thank you.
Sayani, that was an incredible speech. We are so afraid of imperfection as we try to live up to standards of society, as you've mentioned. In the process of trying to perfect ourselves, we focus more on concealing or fixing our imperfections rather than embracing them, as they show how unique we are. And I've got to say, I'm pretty odd, so I think that speech was very perceptive and relatable.
Exactly, Helena. Society has influenced our generation to the point where we don't have a mind of our own. Perfection is you. Your true self is the real kind of perfection. So never forget that. So thank you, Sayani, for that interesting speech. Now it is time for Oli Mayan Udayakaran to talk about why he thinks failure is a part of success.
There's nothing wrong with failing. The faster you learn, the quicker you succeed. Hi, my name is Olimayan Udekir, and I'm here today to talk about why failure is a part of success. Michael Jordan is an example. After being cut from his high school basketball team, he went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. He once said, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. He failed over and over again, but did not give up. That is why he succeeded. One day, I was just walking to school, thinking about how to succeed in anything we do. I asked my teacher, and she said we would do an activity based on how to succeed. We did this activity called the Bad Idea Factory. And in this activity, we would have to create a lot of bad ideas to create one powerful idea. From this, I realized that even when we continuously fail, our determination, courage, and resilient attitude will make us succeed. The one who is putting in the most effort is the one who will reach their goal. And when you put in the most effort, you have to make sure you look at things from a different perspective and try new things. My dad once told me there's an act for success. A for attention, C for consistency, and T for teamwork. Attention is like concentration. When someone is speaking, you have to make sure you get good information from what they're saying. Consistency is trying to get the same good result multiple times. Teamwork is like cooperation. You have to make sure you work well with others to succeed. Why not act now? Don't give up when you fail. Pick up your feet and strive for greatness. Thank you.
Wow, I don't think I could have said it better myself. Hopefully, everyone learns that failing is necessary for success.
Ulimayan, I completely agree with you, as many people do not realize the value of failure, as it helps us improve ourselves and our skills. And I would really like to commemorate the dad for giving such great and wise words, because he was able to share it and pass it on with us. So now the next contestant is Divya Jayapalan, whose speech is about dreaming big and defying the odds. Let's give her a round of applause.
As a human being, we usually evaluate the odds before we make a decision. Naturally, we won't be willing to do something if our chances of winning seems too low. Well, the truth is, it's all about how you perceive your feasibility of success. So, ironically, if you want to achieve something big, you're going to have to go against the odds. My name is Divya Jayapalan, and I'm in grade 7. The topic I've chosen to speak about is dreaming big and defying all odds. It all started as a kid. Do you remember when you didn't think much about the things you did? As back then, your ultimate goal was stealing the extra cookie. But somewhere along the lines, something went wrong. People's opinions of you started to matter, and you ended up adding your judgments into their reality. Try to remember what you wanted as a child. Maybe you wanted to become an astronaut, but people laughed and told you that you'd never make it. Well, the sad part is, our society these days are actually listening to those people. And just to avoid humiliation and criticism, we take paths that are more realistic or acceptable. Unfortunately, we end up paying a high price for that, our regrets after in life. You see, the interesting thing about choosing a unique path is that there's no competition along the way. When your dreams seem almost make-believe, most people give up, and leaving you one of the only people left trying. Therefore, if you follow through and do accomplish your goals, you're left with a much bigger reward. Never be afraid to have a little touch of madness. In fact, I'm going to tell you a story about a man. His childhood dreams was to colonize Mars. Surely it seems ridiculous to dream that big, is it not? Put down after put down, rejection after rejection. Here he is, standing here today, 17 years later. Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX, a space exploration technology company that is expected to have the first humans try living on Mars by 2024. You see, this is what makes the extremely successful people so successful. They always aim for the impossible. You may be wondering what a 12-year-old girl like me is doing talking about the odds and success. To be honest, I don't even know what I want to be when I grow up. But this issue is so relevant in today's world. Kids are letting their dreams get swept under the rug because of other people's jealousy. I want my generation to be full of people with innovative mindsets that follow their ambitions. It's never too late to start. Go write that book you've always had ideas for. Play the musical instrument you've always wanted to try. Show the world the new invention you've been working on. I'd like to end my speech with a quote by Les Brown. It's never a mistake to aim too high and miss, but to aim too low and hit. Thank you for your time.
Divya, your speech is about something that every child and student needs to hear. Following your dreams is difficult, as there are always obstacles that can get in your way, and there are always people that just won't believe in you. However, your motivating words will definitely be remembered as we overcome the adversities in our lives.
Yes, I was really inspired by your speech, and I'm kind of reconsidering being a princess again. You have showed all of us here today that believing in yourself will motivate us to follow our dreams. Last but not least, we now have Dia Deepak to talk about setting goals and rational thinking.
Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one we are capable of living." Hello everyone, my name is Dia Deepak, and I am here today to share my learnings on knowing ourselves. Specifically, knowing our inner self to guide us for personal change, to realize our dreams. We all have dreams. Big, small, great dreams. One such dream we all have is to live the best version of ourselves. Research shows that of New Year's resolutions fail within 5 to 6 weeks. While most people want to change something about their lives, they are often discouraged by the fears for change and self-doubt. The key aspect to managing the transformation is our ability to know who we are to govern our minds. Research conducted on human psychology reveals that there are two sides to the human mind: the rationale and the emotional side, which enable our choices and decisions in our everyday lives. While we are the governor of our mind, there is a knowledge gap in understanding both the rationale and the emotional side, which are pivotal to reaching our goal. After all, lack of skill to be the governor of our own mind will cost us to be the slave of our own habits. As the governor of ourselves, a successful change journey takes 3 steps. 1. Guiding the rationale side of our mind. A rationale side is an analytical thinker, which can only think of sequences of events, consequences, and impacts before making a decision. The rationale self keeps us safe from the dangers of the world. However, it needs our help to see the new path towards our goals. A vague goal is a trigger of danger to the rationale. Saying that, from today, I need to read more, doesn't do the cut to your rationale. It creates more unanswered questions, which leads to no commitment. Rather try saying, starting tomorrow, for the next 20 days, I will be reading for 30 minutes every day before going to bed. 2. Feeding the emotional side of our mind. We nurture our emotional side since birth by adopting many habits and beliefs which later become our identity. In contrary to popular opinion, we are not born with an identity, but we build and evolve our identities throughout our lives, like aspiring to be an outstanding student, a politician, or a scientist. It is essential to identify a goal that aligns to our identity and establishes a platform for success. For the book analogy, my goal would be, I want to be a winner in Battle of the Books 2020, so I will be reading for 30 minutes every day before going to bed. Finally, it's critical to understand that the path for our change is expected to have roadblocks, and it's critical to strive through them. Even with commitment and consistency, unexpected is to be expected in life. The growth mindset reframes failure as a natural part of the change process. During this period, your emotional side might bring in all the external reasons to prove how it is not your fault, while the rationale side will be busy finding reasons with why the whole idea of change is completely useless and full of risks. As the governor you are, it is your turn to take a closer look into the reasons for the shortcomings and the roadblocks to eliminate them. I am sure these learnings can aid us in navigating us closer to our dreams. As Nelson Mandela said, there is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. Thank you.
Dia, you are totally right, as setting goals will help motivate us to achieve them. And sometimes you might be a slave to your own thoughts. So thank you for that. So therefore, my resolution for 2020 will be that I will make resolutions a reality. Goals are the key to success. Even smaller goals within a larger goal can help you achieve your larger goals confidently.
On the note of New Year's resolutions, maybe this year I'll finally finish them, as I've never been able to do before. I believe that rational thinking is a very important skill, as many people react emotionally when faced with difficult situations, and they eventually give up. However, rational thinking will help us find solutions to our problems. That is a wrap for the junior division. I can't wait to start the intermediate division.